Alright guys, so I got something real interesting for you here. First of all, I also want to say happy Easter, and I hope everyone has a safe and happy holiday, and enjoy some time with your friends, your family, and kick back because it's about to be a stressful couple of weeks. But I do have some interesting polling information here. Now, Yahoo News, which I didn't even know would put something out like this, has something very interesting. And the only reason I'm even making a video about this, because obviously we don't know if this is real or what, but if you look at most polling sample sizes, like we'll go over here, 1,300, 1,300, 1,500, 1,300, 12, 13. You see the trend here, right? Most polls are somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500 people. Once in a while, you'll get a little bit more than that. 2,100 from Poilievre, from MOQ, never heard of them before. But most polls are well under 2,000 votes. 65,000 votes and counting, because it's still live. Who do you want to see lead Canada as the next Prime Minister? Pierre Poilievre, 61%. Now, does Yahoo put out polls and they ask ridiculous questions like Angus Reid? How do you feel about Pierre Poilievre? And then it's 2 paragraphs of slurring him as an option for an answer, and then unsure and neither. So left-wingers look at that, and they have an answer for them because they're going to love choosing one of those 2 options, slandering Pierre Poilievre. But there isn't one option that kind of endears Pierre Poilievre. So conservatives are going to see those polls, and they're going to crumple it up in their hands and throw it in the garbage, just like I would. Now, that being said, is Yahoo like a right-wing company? I don't think so. If they were, you'd hear about it. All the left would be doing is calling them Nazis, which I'm sure they're going to start doing it now. That doesn't mean they're right-wing, but so as far as I'm concerned, they're just asking people. And 65,000 out of 65,000 people, 61% said Pierre Poilievre. Could this be bias? Of course it could. But what I do know is this is by far the largest. This is like 50 times the average sample size. And in my opinion, sample sizes are important. I mean, take this with a grain of salt if you want. I don't think Pierre Poilievre is going to get 61% of the vote. But if this is how 65,000 Canadians are feeling, this is interesting. Now again, are all the polls garbage? Don't know. I guess we're going to find out. Is Polymarket right? Don't know. We're going to find out. Is this correct? Don't know. We're going to find out. But it's very, very, very interesting. This is a huge, I'm overstating, or I'm not overstating. I want to overstate this. This is a huge sample size. So, I mean, take of that what you will, but this is a very, very interesting poll. Now, is Jagmeet Singh going to get more than... Yes, this isn't going to be the super accurate, but I can see Mark Carney getting in the 30s. E. Blanchette getting 0. No, that's not going to happen. I don't know if this was even... Well, it must have been available in Quebec. I don't know why he's got 0%, but that being said, out of the Canadians who took this poll, a lot want Pierre Poilievre to be in. And maybe it's because they see something like this. Elbows up, the stance meant to strike fear in enemy hearts. Let's have a look. Noticing anything here? Look at them. They're doing the chicken dance. You ever been to a wedding and they do the chicken dance song? That's what they're doing. A lot of old white people, by the way. Boy, I guess they sure like their own, don't they? No more Trump. This is Canada, stupid. You're not voting for Trump. You don't get a vote on Trump. You get a vote on who runs this country. And if you think a super old man, rich old man, dodges his taxes, kind of like Trump, not a career politician, also like Trump, maybe that's why you're seeing the Yahoo poll show such vast numbers, because people are sick of this. They're sick of these, and again, not all boomers are like this. Most of you who view this channel are boomers. You guys are awesome. But generally speaking, especially in Eastern Canada, boomers are overwhelmingly voting for Mark Carney. I don't know how they could be so scared of a man who paints his face orange. They're so scared of Mr. Orange, they're willing to vote for their grandchildren and children to never have houses. The selfishness of that. And one thing I want to ask you guys, because again, I know a lot of you are boomers. If you're living in the rural Alberta, maybe you don't know any boomers, but if you're in Ontario or wherever you are, right, these are your peers, right? These boomers who are voting for Carney. Tell me some things about them. Because, you grew up with your peers, right? You ever grow up with someone who's just super liberal? Sure you have. So, what is it? Is it like mental health issues? Is it just being completely unaware? Is it that they're easily manipulated? What's going on with your peers? And again, I'm not saying this to insult you who are watching my channel. I'm just very curious how people could grow up and be so selfish to vote for the destruction of a country and to have their children and grandchildren have no future. I didn't grow up around these people, right? You guys did. I'm just curious. I just really want you guys to let me know what you think in the comments about that. What's wrong with these people? Because you guys are awesome, but they're the opposite. So just let me know what you guys think in the comment section. That's going to be it for this video. Please let me know what you think. Also, let me know what you think about the polls. This Yahoo poll, which is very interesting. Not going to say it's going to be correct because I don't think Pierre's going to get 61, but I really want to hear what you guys have to say. Please don't be shy. Please also don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really helps grow the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back shortly with a new video.